And there was something you said about this song where you said perfection, girls have it. And I just loved that because it is so at odds with the message that girls get and women get for that matter, that whole idea that you might just be inherently perfect is
Yeah.
it isn't said to anyone.
Well, and you know what? We're perfect in so many ways. Not, it doesn't have to be our looks. It can be in lots of different forms. And we've all got our great thing going on. But gee, it must be hard for those young girls not looking at themselves saying, I don't look like that girl. And
Mm,
that's they're getting all the likes and I'm getting none. Or the little secret bullying that goes on. The bullying that we don't even hear about, you
yeah.
know, because people can be vocal about it and good on you girls for being vocal. But what about all those girls and boys, I should add boys too, that don't call it out and don't tell their family? They're hiding there in their rooms tonight, you know,
Mm,
going through that horrible, horrible pain.
mhm.
So, you know, I don't know, you know, this, you know, as far as me and what I'm doing, it's just a song. It's just maybe one day they'll be walking past the radio and some beautiful person will play it and they might just listen and it gives them some encouragement to go back to their early years when they were fearless. Remember when you were
Mhm.
young and you
Yeah.
just didn't care that all that stuff didn't matter.
Yeah.
And you were fearless and you loved yourself. You didn't even look at yourself as in what was wrong. You
Hmm.
know. So yeah.
Yeah, and little kids, before they hit adolescence, are really embodied. Like they're so aware of the things their bodies can do, and they have fun with it. And then
Yeah.
that disconnect can happen. I think social media is exaggerating that disconnection for girls in particular. But you have four school age boys, and it's the boys are certainly not immune.
They're not. They're not. And you know, I maybe I've been lucky with my boys. They're not too caught up in, oh, you know, the fashion. I've got to have this and that because they're all hand-me-downs and no one's complained yet. But I do notice, you know, like gotta have they're wearing these Nikes and that. So it all happens. There's a lot of pressure on kids because a lot of parents, and especially in today's world, can't afford to keep up with all that, you know, with the right fashion and that. And it just takes someone to be horrible. And yeah, it's, you know, I think all kids should just walk around with a t-shirt saying, be kind.
Yeah.
Kind is beautiful. That would really help because before they go to open their mouths, they look at the t-shirt and it's be kind.
Yeah. And
Mm.
also remembering that for teenagers, the stakes are always the highest. I remember once talking to an actor who was playing, who was not a teenager, but who was playing a teenager because he looked quite young. And I just said, well, how do you connect to that sense of being a teenager? He said, you've got to remember that for teenagers, everything is the end of the world, basically. Like all the stakes are really high. But of course, it is when you're a teenager looking at social media and someone says something nasty to you, that does feel like the end of the world.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. They are. They're young. Their brains haven't developed. They can't think like an adult. So it becomes the end of the world. Absolutely. So the social media is extreme when you
Mhm.
think about then on a scale. We can't even imagine. We probably don't know how it is because we're adults and we can deal with it kind of. But those kids, they it's probably way over the, you know, the whatever it is that thing that goes like that. It goes boom, boom,
The
boom,
pendulum.
and it's that's it, and it explodes.